Hi everyone, my name's Alex and today we're going to be going through how to recondition our dissolved oxygen or DO probe. So what can happen sometimes is the solution from the DO probe can fall out, and that's going to make the probe not work anymore. So I'll show you how that can happen and then how to go ahead and fix it. So first of all, here's our DO probe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of the manifold. And if you didn't see in the previous video setting up the DO probe, you actually need to take the head off the probe in order to take it in and out of the manifold. To take it out, you're going to have to unscrew the top. But say instead of unscrewing it upside down, you had it right side up. If you take off the cap, the solution is going to fall onto the floor and then the probe is not going to work. So in order to recondition our probe, we're going to need a syringe, a needle, DO reconditioning solution, and then we have our cap, and then we have our DO probe. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to open up this needle. So I'm going to open up the syringe and then open up the needle. Then I'm going to attach the needle to the syringe and then take off the top of the needle. Alright, so I know this is kind of scary, but not too difficult. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open up our solution. And we're going to draw out just a few cc's of the solution. We really don't need too much. It's a little bit of a jerky process, but once you get it out there, it's not too difficult. So here you can see we have some solution in the syringe. So what I'm going to do is there's several holes right on top of the DO probe. So I'm just going to kind of put the needle into one of the holes, and then I'm going to drip the solution into it. So it kind of forms a little bubble on top. That's totally fine. If it forms a bubble like this, the needle will actually break the surface tension, and then the liquid will go into the holes. Alright, so once we've gotten enough liquid into the probe, we're going to then screw back on the cap. And then we're done. Now we can just connect it back to our system. Alright, so now that we have reconditioned our probe, we want to verify that everything worked out. So we're going to do another calibration. And so to do that, we are going to go into our settings. And then with the DO, remember the DO is very dependent on temperature. So in order to know if the calibration is accurate, we're going to turn off the temperature. And then if the reading is somewhere between 9 and 9.4, then that means that it's working properly. So I'm going to go into the menu. I'm going to click on Sensors and then Display Readings. I'm going to turn off Temperature. Then I'm going to go into Calibrate, Calibrate DO, and then go through this process. If you're not sure about the calibration, we've got another video that goes into detail on all the probes. Alright, so it says it's been calibrated, so we're going to click on Done, and then we're going to go back to the home. Now that we've gone through our calibration, we see that the reading's about 9.1, so that means the calibration went well, and we can now we can put our probe back into the manifold.